Good afternoon, FPTA members, students, and viewers from around the state and beyond. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome to the second annual FPTA Battle of the Brains competition. My name is Mackenzie Gussman, and I will be your quiz master for today's competition. Before we get started, I would like to thank the FPTA Southeast District as well as the Student Special Interest Group for helping make this event possible. Most especially the members of the organizing committee for this year's FPTA Battle of the Brains. Ms. Zofia Hack from the University of Central Florida, our scorekeeper for this year's event, Danny Randar from the University of North Florida, and lastly, drum roll please, our one and only Dr. Arvi Vitente from the University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences, Miami campus. We are so very excited to be hosting 6 PTA teams representing their universities from across the state of Florida. But before we get started, we have the president of the FPTA, Dr. Thomas Eberly, for some opening remarks.
Hello, I'm Florida Physical Therapy Association President, Dr. Jamie Dyson, and welcome to the inaugural FPTA Battle of the Brains. I would like to thank Dr. Vitente and the Southeast District for organizing what looks to be a...
Thank you, Dr. Dyson, even though you're supposed to be Dr. Eberly at that point. What an inspiring opening remark. Now, before we introduce the judges for today's competition, let's hear from the American Physical Therapy Association President-elect, the one and only Mr. Roger Herr.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ann Reicherter, Director of Academic and Clinical Affairs at APTA. I'd like to thank everyone for inviting me to provide some welcome remarks for the first ever Florida Physical Therapy Association Battle of the Brains. Even though this competition...
Mr. Roger Herr, American Physical Therapy Association President-elect. Thank you so much for leading the way. We are so very excited about your leadership within our organization. Now, it is the time to introduce the judges of this year's Battle of the Brains. Join me in welcoming our first judge, the chair of the Board of Judges, Dr. Lucas Johnson, board-certified sports clinical specialist and an adjunct faculty at Old Dominion University.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Next, put your hands together for me, please, for your next judge, an orthopedic and geriatric expert, Dr. Eleazar Tayag. And last, but certainly not least, a neurology and pediatric expert from the University of California, San Francisco Medical Center. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Phil Dumaligan.
I wasn't prepared.
Thank you so much, judges, for being here today. We sincerely could not have done this event without you. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's go ahead and introduce our physical therapist assistant teams who are competing to become Battle of the Brains Season 2 champions. In no particular order, we have Concord Career Institute of Miramar, Allison May, Austria, Jonathan Ying, and Simone Powell. Next, Sabre College, Dimitri Ferrer, Leslie Nafal, and Jorge Diaz. All right, next we've got Pensacola State College, Miranda Desmond, Jackson Smith, and Josh Maupin. And now, next we have Florida National University, Christian Alba, Victor Rodriguez, and Christopher Milian. I'm loving the spirit, everybody. Let's keep it up. Next, we've got Gulf Coast State College, Sandra Lee Kent, Ryan Jarrell, and Elizabeth Maddox.
Go Gulf Coast!
And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Miami-Dade College, Christiana Wygant, Lucio Chang, and Eric Garcia.
Go Miami-Dade!
All right, everybody. Before we go ahead and get started, I'd like to review the rules of the Battle of the Brains. Do you want me to go through all of them, Dr. Vicente?
Yeah, let's practice.
All right. First, there will be 3 rounds, an easy, a moderate, and a difficult round consisting of 10 questions each. For each correct answer, teams will receive 1 point for the easy round, 2 points for the moderate round, and 3 points during the difficult round, after a correct answer, of course. After the completion of each round, scores will be tallied and the top 3 teams will be shown on the scoreboard. Teams will have 30 seconds for the easy questions and 45 for the moderate and difficult questions once I finish reading the questions twice. Teams will write down their answer on their whiteboards, and when time is up, I will ask the team leaders to hold up their whiteboards to their camera, revealing their answers, even if they do not have an answer once the time is called. A very important message to our viewers: each team cannot view other teams' answers until the organizer makes the screen for that specific team available. To further protect the integrity of our competition, we have also selected one proctor to monitor each team to ensure that whiteboards remain up when asked to do so. For multiple choice types of questions, only the letter must be written on the whiteboard. For open-ended questions, however, only those that are spelled correctly will be accepted. Just to reiterate, spelling does matter. I will then call on each team to reveal their answer and reward points accordingly. Finally, if a team believes they answered correctly but were not awarded points, they may ask for a challenge. The team captain will make an X signal with his or her arms as so. Once the quizmaster asks, "Are there any challenges on the floor?" the board of judges will then review that answer and decide whether or not points will be rewarded. The team that garners the most points will be declared the winner of the second annual FPTA Battle of the Brains Season 2. In the case of a tie, one clincher question will be asked until a winner emerges. Teams, are you ready? Now, let's begin the Battle of the Brains. First up, the easy round. Here is question number 1. Question 1. What type of prevention limits the degree of disability and promotes rehabilitation and restoration of function in patients with chronic and irreversible diseases? What type of prevention limits the degree of disability and promotes rehabilitation and restoration of function in patients with chronic and irreversible diseases? Timer begins now.
I will not remove your screen tomorrow, so it will stay on.
Okay.
It's because if I will remove your screen, then that means that the sound will disappear. So we don't want that. So right now you don't hear the sound. It's because it's in my system. So since you will be using the main system tomorrow and also on Saturday, then we will be having this sound, the background sound music.
Perfect.
Okay, let's continue.
Time's up. Teams, please raise up your whiteboards. And the correct answer is tertiary. Teams, let's view your answers. First, Concord Career Institute, please reveal your answer. Concord Career Institute, that is correct. Next, Sabre College, please reveal your answer. Sabre College, that is incorrect. Pensacola State College, please reveal your answer. Pensacola State College, that is incorrect. Florida National University, please reveal your answer. Pensacola State College, you look a little lost. Next, Florida National University, please reveal your answer. Florida National University, that is incorrect. Gulf Coast State College, please reveal your answer. Gulf Coast State College, that is correct. And lastly, but certainly not least, Miami-Dade College. Please reveal your answer. Miami-Dade College, that is incorrect. All right, so that completes the end of the easy round. Before we reveal the scoreboard, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Thomas Eberly, and I'm a physical therapist. I am the president and founder of the Florida Institute for Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapy, which provides postgraduate education to physical therapists in Florida, specifically in the specialty of orthopedics. This past year, Florida passed legislation that updated the PT Practice Act. This update
Thank you for that, Dr. Eberly. Now, welcome back to the FPTA Battle of the Brains Season 2. Let's go ahead and reveal the scoreboard to see our top 3 teams. In first place, we have the University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences with 5 points. Second, going with that silver trophy, we have the University of Miami with 2 points. And lastly, we have the University of Central Florida with 1 point. All right. Now, we shall proceed to question 1 of the moderate round. Question 1. What is an incomplete or partial dislocation of the bony partners in a joint known as A, fracture, B, sprain?
Sorry, I think we already got it, right? So let me end the broadcast and then let's watch it.